If you don't like history but still love a good story, then hold on tight because we're diving into the unbelievable secrets of Wit 2. This war, which spanned from 1939 to 1945, was filled with not just battles and strategies, but also with some of the most astonishing and lesser-known tales that will leave you in awe. From daring deceptions to groundbreaking scientific collaborations, the Second World War was a period of intense innovation and intrigue. So let's uncover these hidden gems that history books often overlook. First up, Operation Gigant. Picture this. A massive German cargo plane, the Me-321 Gigant, so huge it could carry tanks. This behemoth of the skies was designed to transport heavy equipment and troops, making it a crucial part of the German military's logistics. The Me-321 Gigant was an engineering marvel of its time, with a wingspan of 55 meters and the capacity to carry up to 23 tons of cargo. It was intended to support large-scale operations by delivering essential supplies and reinforcements directly to the front line. But here's the kicker. It was slow and vulnerable, making it an easy target in combat. Talk about a giant flop. Despite its impressive size and capacity, the Me-321 Gigant's lack of speed and maneuverability made it a sitting duck for enemy fighters. The plane's sheer size also made it difficult to land on rough or makeshift airstrips, limiting its operational effectiveness. Ultimately, the Me-321 Gigant's shortcomings overshadowed its potential, and it was phased out in favor of more versatile and reliable aircraft. Next, let's talk about the Ghost Army. Imagine inflatable tanks and fake sounds tricking German soldiers. This top-secret unit, officially known as the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops, was tasked with creating elaborate deceptions to mislead the enemy. The Ghost Army used a combination of visual, sonic, and radio deception to create the illusion of large-scale troop movements and military operations. They employed inflatable tanks, trucks, and artillery, along with loudspeakers that played pre-recorded sounds of troop activity to create a convincing ruse. Yep, the US used these clever deceptions to create chaos and confusion on the battlefield. Sneaky, right? The Ghost Army's efforts were instrumental in several key operations, including the D-Day landings and the Battle of the Bulge. By convincing the Germans that Allied forces were concentrated in certain areas, the Ghost Army helped to divert enemy troops and resources away from the actual points of attack. Their ingenious tactics saved countless lives and contributed significantly to the Allied victory. Now, on to the International Manhattan Project. This wasn't just an American effort. The Manhattan Project was a massive, secretive undertaking that brought together some of the brightest minds from around the world to develop the atomic bomb. Scientists from the US, UK, and Canada collaborated on this groundbreaking project, pooling their knowledge and resources to achieve a common goal. The project was named after the Manhattan Engineer District of the US Army Corps of Engineers, which oversaw its operations. Scientists from the US, UK, and Canada teamed up to develop the atomic bomb, a global collaboration with a world-changing impact. The Manhattan Project led to the creation of the first nuclear weapons, which were used to devastating effect on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945. The project's success not only brought an end to the war, but also ushered in the nuclear age, fundamentally altering the course of history and international relations. Then there's Operation Valkyrie, a July 1944 coup attempt against Hitler that almost succeeded. This daring plot was orchestrated by a group of high-ranking German officers who were disillusioned with Hitler's leadership and the direction of the war. The plan involved assassinating Hitler and seizing control of the government to negotiate a peace settlement with the Allies. The conspirators hoped to end the war and prevent further destruction and loss of life. The plotters were caught and executed, but they came oh so close to altering history. The failure of Operation Valkyrie had severe consequences for those involved, as Hitler's regime swiftly retaliated with brutal reprisals. Many of the conspirators were executed and their families were also punished. Despite its failure, Operation Valkyrie remains a powerful symbol of resistance against tyranny and a testament to the courage of those who dared to stand up to Hitler. Ever heard of the Code Breakers? Breaking Japanese and German codes was crucial for Allied victories. The work of codebreakers played a pivotal role in the outcome of the war as they intercepted and deciphered enemy communications, providing valuable intelligence that informed military strategies and operations. The most famous of these efforts was the breaking of the German Enigma code, which allowed the Allies to anticipate and counter German movements. British codebreakers like Alan Turing led the charge, turning the tide of the war. Turing's work at Bletchley Park, the British Code-Breaking Centre, was instrumental in cracking the Enigma code. His development of the Bombay machine, an early form of computer, enabled the Allies to decode vast amounts of encrypted German messages, giving them a significant advantage. Turing's contributions to the field of cryptography and computer science have had a lasting impact, and he is now celebrated as one of the greatest minds of the 20th century. And don't forget the dummy ships. Allies used fake ships and landing craft to mislead Germans about their invasion plans, especially during D-Day. These decoys were part of Operation Fortitude, a comprehensive deception strategy designed to convince the Germans that the main invasion would occur at Pas-de-Calais rather than Normandy. The dummy ships, along with other deceptive measures such as fake radio traffic and double agents, played a crucial role in the success of the D-Day landings by keeping the Germans off balance and unprepared for the actual assault. Talk about a masterclass in deception. The success of these deceptive tactics highlights the importance of psychological warfare and the ability to outthink and outmaneuver the enemy. The Allies' use of deception not only saved lives, but also demonstrated the power of creativity and ingenuity in warfare. Lastly, the Nazis looted priceless artworks across Europe. During their occupation of various countries, the Nazis systematically plundered museums, galleries, and private collections, amassing a vast trove of stolen art. This looting was part of a broader effort to erase cultural identities and assert Nazi dominance. Many of these stolen artworks were intended for Hitler's planned Führermuseum, a grandiose museum that was never realized. Post-war, a massive recovery effort sought to return these treasures to their rightful owners. The Monuments, Fine Arts and Archives program, also known as the Monuments Men, was established to locate and recover stolen art and cultural property. These dedicated individuals worked tirelessly to track down and return thousands of looted items, preserving cultural heritage and restoring a sense of justice to those who'd been wronged. Wu was full of incredible secrets and daring missions. The stories we've explored today are just a glimpse into the vast and complex tapestry of the war. Each of these secrets reveals a different facet of the conflict, from the ingenuity and bravery of those who fought to the darker aspects of human nature. These tales remind us of the resilience and resourcefulness of the human spirit in the face of adversity. Which one blew your mind the most? Let us know in the comments. Your thoughts and reactions are what make these stories come alive, so don't hesitate to share your favorite W2 secret or any other fascinating tidbits you know. History is a collective memory, and by sharing these stories, we keep the past alive and learn valuable lessons for the future.